Hey everyone, welcome back to Be a Geek. I'm Kritagya. So today we are going to make our Python life a whole easier by learning about list comprehensions. So if you are still using loops that we have learned in the previous video to build list, then this video is going to be a game changer for you. So list comprehensions is a very concise way to create list in Python instead of writing like multiple lines of loop. So list comprehension is basically just one line of code that is a lot cleaner and much faster than loops. So before jumping into the HackerRank questions, let's first understand about the topic, that is list comprehensions. So this is the syntax of list comprehension. So list comprehension is basically first we write the expression, then we write the item, then the third iterable. So these are the three important things in list comprehensions. So for the expression is like what you want each item to look like. Okay, so for example, I want I variable into 2 to be my value in the list. So basically a variable that is multiplied by 2 to be my value in the, that can be your expression. Item is basically a variable representing each element from the iterable, that is basically the I. The third is iterable, is like any sequence like a list or a string or even a range function that we have used in a for loop. Okay, so for example, iterable can be your range function. Okay, so let's take a simple example with this. I'll just shift this and yeah, let's just take this example. What exactly we are doing here? So we have a list, an empty list that we have defined, and we are doing a loop for I in range 10. So the range function will give you the values from 0 to 9 due to its limitation of n minus 1 because it starts from index 0. Okay, so the loop will run 10 times from 0 to 9 for each value as I. So the I will start with value 0 and I will end the value as 9. So for each value we are doing I into I. So basically the square root. So the first time it will append 0 into 0. Second time it will append 1 into 1. Third time it append 2 into 2. And goes on. The last variable it will append is 9 into 9. So here we are using a loop to have a list that is basically a square root of a number from 0 to 9. But if I want to do this using the list comprehensions, how can I do? So basically I can just directly write square equals to, that is my expression. I want my variable to be I into I. Then we look for the item. So for I in range, so this I is acting your item here. So that is basically a variable representing each element from the iterable. Now the range is your iterable here. You can use a range, you can use even a list defined by yourself. So I will run for these values if I have defined the list, or maybe a string. I can use a string also. For example, the string is hello. So the I value will be one by one, like first H, start with H, then ends with O. Okay, so now let's look at some examples of list comprehensions. So let's take the example of the square root that we have taken. So I'll just define a variable as empty list. I'll first do this with a loop for I in range 10. So it will start from 0 and ends at 9. Okay, so I'll just write it here, start from 0 to 9 due to its n minus 1. Okay, inside the loop I going to append the value that is I into I, basically a square root of number. Either we find the square root like this, the number into number, or we use exponential function, that is basically I to the power 2. So we write exponential expressions like this. Okay, and then we can just print s. Okay. We have the square root of each number from 0 to 9. Okay, and if I want to do this with list comprehension, then I can just directly write the list. First we look for expression. Our expression is I want the square root, so that is I into I. Then we look for the item in iterable, that is our syntax. So I just write the syntax on the top first. The syntax for our list comprehension is basically, first we need expression, then for I in for item, then we have item in iterable. Okay, so we have the expression that is I into I. Then we write for. What's the item here? That is our variable I in. Then the iterable that we have used above is range of 10. So we can just simply write range of 10. So it will just give me print s. Okay. So I have a list of same. So the output is same for both of these. So the above is using the loop, the below is using a list comprehension, and we can have a nested also. So for example, I'll just remove these. So I'll take example of pairs. Okay, I want to have a pair. Okay, so I want to have a pair of x comma y. So like 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, 0 comma 1, 1 comma 0. So I want a pair like that of two numbers. So for now I have the expression. I can write the other item iterable many times as I want. I write one for the x. So for x in, I'll just write a list here 1 comma 2, and I write the same for y in 3 comma 4. Okay, so I can just print it. Just a pairs. Okay, so this is our expression. We have two items, x and y, and then we have two iterable, that is 1 comma 2, 3 comma 4. Run this, I'll get all the pairs combination of 1 comma 2 with 3 comma 4. So list comprehensions are basically shorter, cleaner, and if it has become too complex to write list comprehension, it's better to stick with normal loops for readability purposes. But list comprehensions are way too good than loops in many ways. So let's jump to our question of HackerRank. So what question says, we have three numbers x, y, z and a number n. We need all the pair combinations of x, y, z up to, so for example, I have x like 1. So x, the possible values of x will be 0, 1, for y 0, 1, for z 0, 1 and 2. And we have to look like the sum of all these numbers should not be equal to n. Okay, so for example, we can have like the value of x as 0, y as 0, z as 0. So first combination is 0, 0, then 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 3. All these combinations return. There will be no so all these possible permutations, combinations. But if you go to the output, then we must need to return all the output, so that the sum of above three variables should not be equal to the n. So from the above all possible combinations, if we see the output, we don't have like output like 1, 1, 1, because it's the sum is equal to 3. We don't have the output like 1 comma 0 comma 2, because the sum of these this combination is also 3, and for this combination it's also 3. So we want all permutation combination, but we don't want the combinations those sum is equal to the number n. Okay. So in this example, if we understand from what we have learned in the list comprehension syntax and examples, we need three iterables. So the expression consists of three items. Okay. So I'll just write as I, J. I'll just write. Okay. So this is the list, and inside the list, because at the combination, you see the combination are also in list, the pairs. So I'll just write I, J, K. So I have taken three items I, J, K. So that is my expression because I want the pair of I, J, K. And I can just write the four item in iterable for each for I in range. Now I am using the range function. So for example, for the x, the value can be 0 and 1. So we need to include 1. So if I want to include the 1 starting from 0, then I need to write x plus 1 here because of the n minus 1 limitation of range function. Okay, so for I in range x plus 1, for j in range y plus 1, and for z in range that is z plus 1. Okay, I, J, K is available here. Okay. Now we can also write a condition here. Apart from this, at last we can write the condition, any condition that we want to add. Okay, so I'll just show you some examples. For example, I want a list of all even numbers from 0 to 10. Okay, so my list will be like even numbers. I have a I variable for I in range 11 so that it goes to 10. So if I print this, print even number. So if I print this, it will just print the list of 0 to 10, but I want only even numbers. So I can add the condition here. If I is divisible by 2, I have added the condition here, then only I want the I to be in the list. So now see, I'll only have the even numbers. So I can use not operator to have odd numbers. So now I have only. So at last we can add any condition. So here I want the condition to be I plus j plus k. What our condition is, should not equal to our variable n. That is our condition. And then at last we can just print the result. So here what we have done, we have written the expression as ijk. For each ijk we have written the item iterable expression, and at last we have added the condition if I plus j not equal to n, then only we want our combination pair. So let's just run this. Sample test case is passed. Let's just submit this. Okay. So I hope list comprehension is clear to you, and it's very easy to implement it, as list comprehension are only a single line expressions, way faster than loops if you are dealing with a list. So if you found this helpful, and if you want to copy the code, you can just directly visit our website. So on the website we have like listed all the HackerRank questions. So today we have solved the list comprehensions. Just click on it. You will see the code here. You can copy this using the copy button, and the video will be uploaded soon here. So if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.